The lights were off. Only the monitor glowed, the hum of the fan filling the room. My hands moved first across the keyboard, with the mouse, into the browser's address bar. This address. I'd thought of it countless times. But this time, it wasn't a thought. It was a decision. The familiar gray interface appeared. My breath grew shallow, eyes scanning the tree menu. This time, it wasn't because of her. Maybe it never was. Maybe that was just the excuse. What I wanted to know was what this system was hiding. Why it was so quiet. Why no one had bothered to lock it. The cursor hovered. That name. Strange, quiet, heavy. This time, I didn't hesitate. The directory was simpler than expected. No flair, no structure. Almost as if it wanted to stay faceless. I opened the first folder, Blueprints. A list appeared. Intentionally abstract names. No explanations, no context. Meaningless until opened. One file name caught my eye. I chose it. The screen froze for a few seconds. The monitor trembled, the fan roared louder. And then, a line flickered at the bottom of the console, unnoticed. I didn't see it. My hand was still on the keyboard, my gaze locked on the rendering screen. The image formed slowly, frame by frame. Graphs, circuits, a tangled mesh like the nerves of a living organism. What I saw wasn't a technical schematic. It was a social architecture. Trust, credit, consumption, location, relations, speech, votes. All branching into each other. I pulled my hand away. Stepped back. This isn't a design. This is a mark of judgment. I closed the document. My breathing had grown uneven. No interest left in metrics or layers. The cursor moved straight to meta. The folder opened. The title itself felt wrong. I opened it. I slowly closed my eyes. It was all connected. Banks, governments, international bodies. All part of this structure. This wasn't a financial system. It tracked people, classified them, excluded them without explanation. And it wrapped it all in a single word: trust. This isn't a system. This is silence, designed by power. I couldn't even close file. I just stared at the screen. The words echoed in my mind. They weren't familiar words. And yet, they felt intimate. I turned my head, remembering the last thing I saw of our home's front door. A yellow warning notice wedged in the frame. The red stamp of foreclosure. The neighbor's eyes watching from the street. Someone had already judged us. Someone had already scored us. And we were cast out without ever being told why. Back then, I thought it was because of my father's failure, interest rates, the housing market, bad luck, but now, I saw it differently. This wasn't failure. This was exclusion, by design. Maybe my family had simply fallen below the threshold score inside that unseen system. My throat burned. I swallowed dry. And for the first time, I knew I couldn't just look away. One by one, I closed the files. The terminal, the notes, the logs. It looked like I left nothing behind. And yet, the feeling lingered as if everything I'd seen was still watching me. But I didn't doubt it. No, I chose not to. Now wasn't the time to judge. The system was too quiet. Too perfectly woven. Someone, somewhere, would call this trust. But what I had seen was hierarchy. A framework that decided who was trustworthy and who was not. And I was standing in the middle of it. My hands returned to the keyboard. The console cursor blinked one last time. Not for her. Not for me. This is my record. So I can't forget what I saw. I typed a single line. The screen went black. The monitor died down. The room fell silent. The terrifying part wasn't the system itself. It was knowing that now. I understood it. And I knew there was no turning back.